Hey guys, a long time no see. Welcome back for another plan with me video. I'm still pretty new to this bullet journal thing and have been really enjoying this method of planning. It works for me and it's also super fun doodling. I'm here to show you my minimalist watercolor floral theme chosen for this month. I found myself still wanting to doodle flowers or plants, and I also wanted to do something a little less elaborate and thought minimalist was great, and watercolor sounded like the perfect way to add color while still keeping it fairly subtle. I'm starting off with a quote. I didn't do this for April and I missed my words of encouragement, so I think the quotes are here to stay. I chose the quote, "The best is yet to come," because I had been feeling like life was too much to handle recently. Lots of things are out of my control, and that can be a bit stressful. I also feel like there have been lots of small changes in our lives, so this quote is a reminder to be patient and trust in the universe. I looked through several pins on Pinterest to get ideas for flowers and plants, and I really liked the look of the words being on the foreground and the flowers on the background. I think it looks neat. The next page is just a cover page for May, and this page is a recreation of a pin I found. I did make a few changes and some slight additions to make it my own and not completely copied, and it turned out really nice. Now I'm gonna dip into this Artist's Loft watercolor pan set that I bought from Michael's a few months back. I have been practicing mixing colors on canvas from the dollar store, so I finally felt a bit more confident trying this on my bullet journal. Since this paper is not for watercolor, I did have to be really careful to not add too much water because it was going to seep through the next side of the page basically. I try to watercolor a page all the way in the back of my bullet journal just as practice, and yeah, like I said, I felt ready to try this method, and I really like it. Hopefully I can do this again in the future because I really would like to do some kind of galaxy theme. So until I'm ready, you are not going to see a galaxy themed bullet journal from me, just because I want to really get it down to make it look really nice and clean and neat. My next page is my calendar spread. Last month I tried a one-page calendar and I hated it because the page was too plain and I didn't have my to-do box, so I wanted to bring that back, and I think this layout will stay the same for months to come just because it works. I brought back my growth box as well to keep track of my Instagram, my YouTube, and also my blog following. I added some smaller doodles on the top and on the bottom. Nothing too crazy because this page is already pretty full. Moving on to my budget page, this is another spread that won't change much. I don't think this layout is very useful and it helps me keep track of our spending. I hope I can keep my expenses in this one page because I didn't leave space for a second page. Whoops. I also think that by forcing myself to fit all of my expenses into this one page will allow me to limit my spending basically. Because there are times when we just seem to be spending money like crazy, and I am really trying to get into the habit of only carrying cash with us. Pulling out your plastic can be so easy. You don't really think about it much because you can just swipe it and not have to worry about exactly how much money you're spending because all your money is in there. So by carrying cash, I think that allows us to really think about how much we actually have to spend, how much money we have left, etc. Now we're onto a page that just keeps evolving every single month, my habits page. When I started my bullet journal in January, I had to have my habit tracker separate from my health and fitness ones, and for the first time since I started, I'm putting all of that in one single spread. The left side has my running graphs for sleep and exercise. I know I'm already tracking them in my setup, but I like seeing the peaks and dips when there's any in hopes that I can do better in both aspects. I feel like if I can see that visually and seeing how my moods affect my sleep and my motivation for exercise will allow me to sort of change my lifestyle and my routine and basically everything else that goes with it in order for me to better my own health basically. I hope that makes sense. I also have these grid calendars because writing in all those numbers takes an astronomical amount of time, so this is way easier. On the next page, I have my regular habit trackers, which have decreased over time. I think I started with 12 or so, and now I'm down to 7. I'm drawing different kinds of plants and flowers here. I'm not so sure whether I like it or not. It might look a bit too busy and crowded rather than that minimalist style I was talking about earlier. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts on the spread so far. You like it? Is it too much? Maybe should have done less? I don't know. Please let me know. I'm doing several 30-day challenges from Blogilates: squats, butt, arms, and abs. I actually started the challenges last month and was doing well for about 10 days, and then bam, life happened and I stopped. I actually haven't exercised in 2 weeks, I think, and I really need to start up again now that the weather is warming up. I'm feeling more motivated to actually get up in the morning and exercise, but again, I am still trying to recover from my winter insomnia, so that can take a while for my sleep schedule to get back on track. But I am going to start exercising again because I've noticed that whenever I exercise, I tend to have more energy for the day and I'm less stressed, I'm more patient, I'm just overall more happy, and yeah. lastly, my weekly spread. I liked doing a 1 week spread rather than 1 page last month because I had lots of space for doodles and for writing. So I'm trying out a new kind of layout that I haven't tried yet, and I'm really loving how it looks. I think I might keep this specific layout for the rest of the month to avoid from having to plan something new entirely like last month, because sometimes it's hard for me to remember to draw out the new week before it starts, and I noticed that was a problem that I came across several times in April. And it wasn't until like Sunday night that I was trying to basically plan out and draw out how that weekly spread was going to go, when it should have already been finished like several days before, so that I could plan for my next week, if that makes sense, because I like to plan ahead of time so that I can manage my time better. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep the rest of the weekly spreads just like this, just maybe change a couple flowers and vines to make it look a little bit more unique each time and not so similar, if that makes sense. Anyway, I did also take inspiration for a pin for this spread, except I decided to do less flowers and vines so it looks more spacious. And that's it, you guys. My May bullet journal, floral, a bit minimalist, use some watercolor. I'm really digging it. Let me know if you like this one spread, which is your favorites. As always, thanks so much for watching my video. I do have photos of my bullet journal on the blog. Link will be down below. And yeah, I hope I can start posting all the videos I have filmed in the last month or so, but haven't gotten the chance to edit because I've just been so busy. But make sure to subscribe to see those videos and follow me on Instagram because that's what I use the most. Love you guys. Have an amazing rest of your week. See you on my next video.